sell drugs. That's exactly how it was. Take the Sprite and take the codeine and I probably.
This whole thing annoys me so bad. I'm not even going to do an intro. Let's just get to the video.
Here we go again, bro.
Here we go again,
Weaseling his way into somebody else's moment. Like, let somebody else, like, this is not about you. Your team is at home. This is about the Mavs and the Celtics. But yet you're so mad and disappointed that you're not Kyrie Irving running mate no more. Here we go again.
Right. So on his podcast, where he breaks down the game with JJ Redick, he breaks down how Kyrie Irving was fantastic in the series against Minnesota, and yet you take that as him trying to steal a moment. The only way he can steal a moment is if you give him attention in which you're doing right now. What?
At the things that LeBron James says, the timing almost always is when it's supposed to be somebody else's moment.
I'm confused. When was he supposed to react to a series that just happened? I'm confused here. So was he supposed to react in October next season? Be like, hey, you look back on what Kyrie Irving did, man. Y'all would have killed him for that. You'd be like, oh, you didn't give him his props in a moment. Why are you waiting until October to do it? But when he's doing it right after, it's a problem?
But he is incredibly calculating. He does manipulate storylines, headlines, narratives. He works tirelessly to do that.
Manipulating headlines and narratives? Didn't you work with Skip Bayless? Weren't you and Skip Bayless the pioneers of manipulating storylines and having narratives about players from NFL to NBA? Stephen A., you have some nerve.
If Dwayne Wade doesn't go to LeBron James and be selfish and selfless and unselfish and say, hey, this is your team. I will figure it out. I'll take a back seat so you can be your best version and we can be the champions we need to be. That LeBron James and the tour that we had with the Heatles and the Big Three and that run does not happen.
That sacrifice that Udonis Haslem was making, Udonis Haslem is right on point. I don't disagree with anything Udonis Haslem saying right now.
LeBron James' best running mate of his career. There's no other player, in my opinion, that complements him like Anthony Davis. Think about all the great finals runs, right, and all the championships. What do all of them have in common? Guard/forward with a big man. LeBron James averaged a triple-double, damn near, well, he did average a triple-double in that finals run. But AD was Shaq. He was putting up Shaq-type numbers in that paint.
I actually agree with Kendrick Perkins as far as based off play style. I think Anthony Davis compliments LeBron better than Kyrie and D. Wade did, especially because of him in the pick and roll, him with what he does on the defensive end, and the fact that he was at his peak when he joined LeBron. Kyrie and D. Wade weren't at their peaks when they were playing with LeBron James. So as far as play style, I think Kendrick Perkins is right on that. But it's more than just play style when it comes to who was the best teammate. You know what I'm saying? 4 straight finals, 2 back-to-back rings. They had a 66-game season winning in 2012-2013 season. Had a 27-game win streak during that. They both was making an All-Star team at the same time. I can't ignore what he did with Dwayne Wade. They took over the league for 4 straight years. The answer is Dwayne Wade, but I'm not mad at what Kendrick Perkins is saying.
LeBron James did not know how to win.
That narrative is the most ridiculous narrative. Not knowing how to win and not having enough to win are 2 different things. LeBron James carried a terrible Cavs team to the finals in 2007. The year after, Dwayne Wade did the same thing in 2006. The difference is Dwayne Wade ran to a Dallas Mavericks team, led by Dirk, who was in his prime, of course. Dallas Mavericks was a great team. But LeBron ran to Tony Ginobili and Tim Duncan, led by Greg Popovich's coaching, with the Spurs in 2007. They ran into 2 different opponents. Therefore, one lost, one won. That doesn't mean LeBron James didn't know how to win. He didn't have enough to win. By the way, that 2006 Miami team was better than the 2007 Cavs team as far as role players around Dwayne Wade or LeBron James.
I know he got up to the finals against San Antonio. I know he didn't have the team. I don't even hold that against him. But the choke job in the finals against the Dallas Mavs was a choke job. You were there, you were a teammate. You don't have to say it. I'm telling you. He choked.
So he doesn't know how to win because he had a terrible final series, which he did. He was terrible in Dallas. If he played at the same level that he usually did, they would have won. LeBron even admitted that on his podcast with JJ Redick. The problem I'm having is, so we're going to ignore that he was the best player to go on that finals team and just ignore that and say, oh, he doesn't know how to win because he didn't play good in the finals. You do realize he was the best player that led them to the finals, right? Keep going. Keep going.
In the fourth quarter, if J.J. Barea and Jason Tatum are guarding you in the post.
Who? Jason Tatum. You mean Jason Terry, idiot?
What I can't ignore, MJ didn't win a championship his first 7 or 8 years because of a multitude of pieces around him. The Dallas series showed you didn't win a championship initially because of you.
Oh, I get it. So Jordan not winning one playoff round before Scottie Pippen developed into being the all-star that he was. That was because it wasn't built around him. Didn't have enough help. Okay, cool. I agree with that. But LeBron James getting to a finals with no help before team with D Wade, that's his fault. Because of his second finals appearance, might I add, before his ring. It's his fault. Even though he didn't have no help, just like Jordan didn't have any help. Okay.
And UD and the Miami culture helping you elevate to that point. Anthony Davis piggybacked off of that. Kyrie piggybacked off of that. D-Wade didn't have that to lean on.
Oh my God. What culture? Why do people say Miami culture? What culture they have? They won one ring. One in 2006. What did they do in 2007, 8, 9, and 10? Lose like a mother. What are we talking? What Miami culture? And don't give Udonis Haslam credit. What the hell did he do for LeBron? We're not going to do that. Miami Heat culture, what culture did they have of actual winning other than 1 year? 1 year. And don't try to say Pat Riley's culture, because you remember that, because something funny about that year they won the championship. You know, he didn't coach the first 20 games of that season. He fired Gundy and then took his job because he seen the team was good. So what culture are we talking about? This culture didn't raise LeBron James because it's not a real culture. They were winning because LeBron James is on the team, added with Chris Bosh. The Miami Heat culture, what culture did they have before LeBron got there? Stop it, man. Damn. I want everyone to remember, this conversation stemmed from LeBron James giving Kyrie Irving credit, saying he missed playing with him with how great of a talent he is. He gave him credit on his podcast with JJ Redick talking about X's and O's. And JJ Redick asked him a question about Kyrie, and this is what LeBron James said. And they turned into a segment on First Take just to talk about who his best teammate ever was. Yet LeBron James is stealing headlines. He's stealing moments. But yet, you guys literally had a segment about his best teammate. Can't make this up.
The block and sell drugs, that's exactly how it was. Take the Sprite and take the codeine, and I pull me up a